Hi, welcome to Fisher Hunts again. It's Amy. We're gonna do a puzzle making tutorial. There's a puzzle that I've been making for a while now. It's something my mom and I are a little obsessed with. It's kind of a version of a word search, but confusing. It all originates from something called the Games Book, which is a monthly magazine subscription that they send to your house that has just a ton of word games and logic puzzles and anything you can imagine puzzle and riddle wise. It's just so fun. And my mom and I would go through it all the time growing up. And one of the games in there was this, and we didn't know what it was called until recently. It's called Scramblegories. And, well, I'll just show you. In the past, I've made some for my Fisher Hunts Facebook page as discount games. And the goal is to find a couple words in there, put them in the comments, and then from the comments, I will throw everybody into a number generator, and those numbers that are picked are prize winners, and they get some discounts on escape rooms. And I've had some people be interested in asking me, how the heck do you even make those? So I will show you. That's what this video is for. So first things first, we have to come up with a list of something. In the past, I've done mythical creatures, I've done fish. For my site, I think I've done liquids. And between my mom and I, we've done infinitely more. I've done elements, musical instruments, car models, 5-letter movies, just a ton. And so it's getting to the point where it's hard to come up with lists to even use. But my technique that I have, I think you'll find amusing. So I type in list of, you can see I've looked up Pokemon already, and then I kind of just go through the alphabet. List of A, all Pokemon of course, animals, that's a huge list, not gonna do that. Ooh, list of herbs, let's do that. Okay, this will be fun. So then I also have an Excel sheet over here that I've pre-made. It's all centered and bold and higher font and all those different things. And then I have it set up over here on the left to be boxes, and then over here on the right to be just kind of bigger spots so that I can type in my words to know what I'm going to try and use. So let's type in all my words. I think it's borage. This is one of the things that I have problems with. If I don't recognize it, I don't use it, even though it's probably definitely an herb. Why else would it be on this list? Okay, I have like 36. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I come over here and I start on my game. So first things first, I will try and find words that have things in common. And as I was making this, I already noticed that cardamom, marjoram, and cinnamon. I don't know, there's like a lot of M's and O's and A's. So I thought that would be a good place to start. So we'll just use those for now. Highlight them so I can look at them. Whew. So the way the game works, it's kind of a wraparound game. That's what I used to call it before I knew what it was called. You can use multiple letters twice within a game, but you can't like sit on the same letter. So like for saffron, if I just had somewhere in the game SAFRON, that doesn't count because it would have to be SAFF to be different. But for something like caraway, that's gonna be really fun because there's a lot of A's in there and they're all separate. So I can do like CARAWAY and it would work. So it would only look like CARWY, but it counts because you can use that A multiple times. Because I see this M in here twice, I can use that just once within the game. Same with the A. See, that's the same here too. This N, I will have to use multiple N's next to each other at least, so that cinnamon counts. So let's just go for it. I kind of just start in a random place and I make it up as I go. So, okay, C-A-R-D-A-M-O-M. Cool. So you see how that counts? C-A-R-D-A-M-O-M. It's cardamom. So now we'll just try and fit in these other words. So marjoram, M-A-R is already there, so that's cool. And then it goes J-O. So I can actually get this J somehow to connect to this O. So what should I do? Let's stick the C up there. It's cardam. So I always check these because it's so easy to mess it up while I'm adding in other words. So that's something you'll see me do often. So cardamom still works. Marjoram, M-A-R-J. I can put it there now. J-O. Oh, now it wants the R again. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put this D up there and stick the M down here. Oh, this is hard. Okay, we're starting over. Cardamom. Okay, it's goofy looking now, but it still works. So now let's do this. M-A-R-J-O-R-A-M. Cool. Cardamom. Yay! We made it work. Okay, so now I gotta get cinnamon in here. C-I-N-M-O-N. So if I can stick an N there, I can wrap back around. So let's do C-I-N-N-A-M-O-N. Cool. That's how that goes, people. So I'm gonna, rather than highlight these, I'm gonna turn them a different color. Let's make them green, because herbs. So there's that. I typically try and keep my, oh, I didn't spell time right. Why didn't you guys tell me? So I'm gonna keep these within like a 6x6 box, preferably. It's gonna get harder because I want to include as many of these as possible. I want to typically get at least 20. And by a 6x6 box, that's like, I end up never making it in that size. I almost always have to stretch it to be 7x7 or 8x8, but I like keeping it into a square. Doesn't actually matter if it's in a square or rectangle, that's just my preference. Now I'm gonna look for anything else that I already have a lot of these letters in the word. So basil won't work, thyme, turmeric, oregano, nah, dill, nope. Nope. Let's try and stick caraway in here now because I already have the C. I have a couple C's. C-A-R-A-W-A-Y. Can do that. Here we go. There's our caraway. Don't know what it is, but there it is. So this is all blocked in. I'm not even going to attempt to change it now. So any other C words are coming off of that one. Looks like we got two to start with CH, chives and chervil. I can't really get to my V anymore. That's something else that I might do. I might go through here occasionally and write down like my difficult letters, like B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, P, Q, B, W, X, Y, and Z. And then I'll go through and count how many I have. So let's just, for example, for basil has 1, for B, and wasabi. There's only 2. So because it's kind of a low number, it's possible that I won't use any of those words because it's not worth taking up a spot in the puzzle with that letter B if it's not going to be very useful. So like with the V, because I've seen that V a couple times, I have it in lavender, clove, chives, chervil. So we both have V's, so that's good. Vanilla. So 5. That's pretty unique for a V to be in so many letters, so many words. Okay, so I was gonna say that if I didn't have very many V words, that I would try and use that V again, but looks like we still have 3 left. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add another one. That's not so bad. But sometimes I go through that list. I'm not gonna do it now though, because it's gonna take up too much time. So let's stick my H over here. So let's see how big my game is. I got 8x8 is right there, or 7x7. If I stick with 7x7, I'm not gonna get very many more spices in there. So let's go ahead and put borders on an 8x8, and we'll keep working. Okay, so sometimes when I get to this point, it's very easy to accidentally make words, like Wade is in here. It's so easy because you can just go in any direction you really want. And so sometimes when I already have a bunch of my big words on there, because those are the hardest to put on a game accidentally, I will go and see if I have any smaller words that just kind of made it into the game. So let's go through. We don't have any B on the workboard, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Time, nope, no one's using my Y. That's the only Y on there, so I don't have to check that. I do have 2 L's on here. Why do I have 2 L's on here? Oh, for vanilla. Ew! I didn't check that off yet. All right, cool. Well, I have 2 L's already, so I definitely gotta put dill on here. Oh, there's a D over there. It's so close. Why is this O here? Oh, it's clove. I'm always losing track of my letters. Man, I don't want to have to put another DI over somewhere. Okay, it's too far gone. I'm not changing it. We're just gonna stick dill right there. Let's see. I also have these 2 NNEL for fennel. ENNEL. I can do it. I can use the E twice. FENNEL. Okay, so have we used G yet? I don't know if I have Sage in the puzzle. Wasabi has all the letters for basil, nearly. Oh, I needed that L. Yeah, I would have another one that I could start with. I'll just do it off to the side. Alright. Wasabi. Basil. Ain't gonna fit nowhere though now. Oh, I don't want to make it any bigger than it needs to be. Can I put it here? I have my S and my A. W-A-S-A, W-A-S-A-B-I, but then my B is a, no, I can do it. W-A-S-A-B-I-L. Sometimes miracles happen, and they make me happy. Okay, did that just work? W-A-S-A-B-I-B-A-S-I-L. And I still have a spot. I'm happy now. And here's a little hint that I do sometimes, but sometimes in my game, I have these nothing boxes, like these 2 that might end up being nothing boxes. And so I stick a random letter in there. I try and make it pretty unlikely that it's gonna be used, but I don't want it to be obvious. So I won't put like a Q down there because obviously no one's gonna use it since there's not even an I next to it. There's not even a U next to it. So I'll do something like, I don't know, an H. Doesn't look so wrong, but if you really think about it, it's pretty unlikely unless it starts with H. His, hill, hif. And so then it becomes nothing. So sometimes I trick ya. So that's 23 right there. That's pretty good for having some blank spots. So I can technically try and squeeze in like mint, because I could probably make that work, like mint. Takes up all the spots though, and all these letters are only gonna be used once, which is just such a shame. So I try and maneuver things last minute. This is typically what takes the longest. So I'm gonna try and find letters that I haven't used. So I don't think I've used P yet still. But I have parsley, paprika, and poppy seed and pepper. Hey, poppy seed and pepper. I could probably get a lot of use out of those, but I don't have much room. Okay, I've made a decision. Because I think I can get a lot more words in just for having another row and column, I'm gonna make it 9 by 9. I'm breaking my own rule, but it's gonna be fun. That's what I'm telling myself. Also because I also found that catnip can fit right here if I just stick the P outside the border. And then I was like, well man, if I'm getting this P outside anyway, might as well just stick in all these other ones that have a P in there. So, catnip is. Okay, cool. Okay, so what should I do? Let's do... There you have it. I have 28 herbs in this puzzle. Herbs? Herbs? How do you guys say it? Tell me in the comments. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna do one last check, make sure everything works. It's very possible I messed something up. So here we go. Basil. Ew. So anyways, that's how I make that game. And then I will, do some fancy picture work and make this its own image so that I post it on the internet. I do my standard rules of how you play the game and what you're looking for and what kind of discount you're working towards. And then tell people to comment down below. And I give them the theme so they know what to look for. And then I keep this list separate and I just wait as people comment them. So yeah, that's kind of how that game works. If you ever want to make one yourself, totally go for it. If you want any help, ask me. And if you want someone to play it, send it to me. I love this game and I play it all the time with my mom. You should see our text messages. It's like this game back and forth. So yes, thank you for watching. Hope this was informational and fun to watch. And I will see you next time. Bye!